Chapter 1. Strange Convergences. She walked into the Middle Gate Tavern in hopes of some food, drink, and information on the forces of evil at work around here. The tavern was noisy, and the sounds of chatter and mugs clinking created a cacophony that one would expect in this type of establishment. Clot glanced around and took in the vast array of the races here. The loudest table had a half-orc with a black sun tattooed on his right arm. He was arm wrestling a dwarf, wearing a horned helm. The dwarf was snorting like an enraged bull, as he tried with all his might to take down the giant half-orc. Things weren't looking too good for him. Over in the shadows of one corner she spotted a thin figure in a black cloak, with the hood pulled down. Female for sure, possibly elven. The hooded figure had a drink in front of her, but it didn't look like she had taken a single sip. In another shadowy corner, filled with smoke, was a man puffing from a long pipe and fiddling around with some small throwing stars. He, too, had an untouched drink in front of him as well. A loud crashing sound filled the tavern, and Clot turned back to see that the arm-wrestling table had been smashed into pieces when the orc finally slammed the dwarf's hand through it. The half-orc howled with a victorious jeer and began chugging the entire tankard of ale he snatched from a nearby wench. Mid-drink, the half-breed gurgled out something that sounded like glug glug, but the cleric couldn't really make it out. "Drunken oafs," she whispered to herself. "I'll be sure not to join the likes of any of those morons." The half-orc helped the dazed dwarf up, who was grinning and laughing all the while. They slapped each other on the back and stumbled over to a faraway table where a seemingly frail hooded man sat, garbed in a long flowing red robe, his hood also down. They sat down with the robed man, who looked still as death itself, and ignored his rambunctious company. If the half-orc and the robed man were friends, they sure didn't acknowledge the fact. They reminded Clot more of two brothers who hated each other but were forced to watch each other's back just because, well, they were brothers. Clot ordered a drink at the bar and chose to sit as far away from the ruckus as possible. This put her at a table next to the dark-robed female figure who hadn't moved a muscle since Clot walked in. Clot took a sip of the ale and almost spit it back out. "Ha! What is this swill?" she thought aloud. "Why do you think mine's still full?" the hooded figure asked sarcastically. She then pulled back her hood, and Clot could see why she kept it up this entire time. She was probably the most beautiful female Clot had ever seen, sharp features with piercing lavender eyes, and as expected, long, pointy elven ears. A long scar reached across her cheek, but it did nothing to take away from the elf's beauty. In fact, it made her more stunning to behold. "Never seen an elf before?" the mysterious elf asked. No, I mean, well, yes, of course, but you make most elves look like humans with your radiance," Clot explained. The elf smirked and said nothing in reply. The two talked for a while, and came to learn that each of them had heard the calling to come to this unknown land. Neither could explain it, but they both felt a bond between them, as if this meeting were not perchance. Suddenly, a large tankard was slammed on their table with ale spilling everywhere. They both glared over to the presence of this intrusion to see a large, obviously egotistical half-orc grinning down at them. "Hi, ladies, wanna fuck?" the orc asked, and asked as if this was normal and an okay thing to ask. "No thanks," Clot responded. In a flash, the elf leapt across the table and had a razor-edged blade to the half-orc's throat. "You want to fuck this dagger?" she whispered to the stunned orc. No thanks," he stuttered. A hand clasped the giant orc's shoulder and spun him around before he could dig himself any deeper. "You should be more respectful of these females, my friend," the man smoking the long pipe said. "We are all guests here, and we are new to this land." "How do you know that?" the dwarf snorted, in a lug-lug-like voice. He had recently joined the excitement. "Trust me, I know," replied the man. The man looked to be older, but he was in amazing shape, and his muscles were sinewy and ripped. At his sides, he padded two katanas, which all of them could recognize from their various adventures. They knew this man to be some kind of warrior from the Far East lands. Cloud spoke to break the tension. "Gentlemen, please sit." Claude had come to know her new elven friend as Viper, and so she addressed her to the rest as such. My friend here is a magnificent archer, and I myself am a cleric. We came to help rid this land of darkness, and while quite frankly we could use some muscle. More like meat shields, Viper said in a low tone, but loud enough for them to hear. The half-orc finished his tankard of ale and threw it behind him. It landed squarely in a soldier's face who looked over angrily at their table. The half-orc turned around and glared back at the soldier and his friends, who all quickly went back to their own conversation as if nothing had happened. One of the soldiers murmured something about the town turning into a ghetto. The orc hybrid introduced himself as Luglug, the dwarf as Trog, and the man from the east as Lo Wang. They all got to talking about the feeling they had that pulled them in the direction of this land, but of course none of them could explain it. Claude decided this group was probably not only her fated companions, but also the best option she was going to have around here. After she finally downed her awful ale, she said, "So, we split the treasure 5, 6! A raspy voice interrupted. She looked up to see the red-robed man had finally moved from his table. Only darkness could be seen from beneath his hooded cloak, but she swore the man's face looked more skeleton than flesh when the dim light illuminated that darkness. "Where my dumb orc pet goes, I go," the man proclaimed. "Huh?" The half-orc tried to put 2 and 2 together. "And who are you?" Claude questioned. The man emitted an evil laugh. "Do not worry your pretty little head about me, cleric. Know only that I've traveled worlds, and some of them destroyed. You will need the power of a wizard if you hope to defeat the evil that's embraced this land." "Fair enough," Claude responded. "So 6 ways it is." The group all nodded to one another and stood to leave the tavern, but not before the innkeeper yelled out to them, "Stop! You haven't paid your tab yet!" The half-orc turned to the man and bellowed out in laughter. "Tab? What tab? We're going to save this smelly shithole of a tavern from impending doom, fat man!" And with that he turned and stomped out the door. Claude reached into her pouch and placed a few gold coins on the bar. "Here's for that swill you call ale, and the table my new friends destroyed." One by one they left the tavern to get a feel for their new home. Or at least their home for now. A giant half-orc, a snorting dwarf, an elven assassin, a grandmaster of only the gods knew how many martial arts, and a wizard who simply reeked of evil. What have I got myself into? Claude thought as she followed the other 5 from the smoky-filled establishment. The journey had just begun. Alrighty, folks, welcome to Might and Magic 2. So, one thing I did since I had created these characters was I went back and redid the alignment. I had the entire party evil, but I want to go ahead and mix up the alignments a little bit more thematically. So now Luglug and Trog and Lo Wang are all neutral. Viper and Ronstock are still evil, and Clot is good. I had to re-roll and recreate the characters, which is why some of them have, well, 4 of them have poor armor class. So we're going to need to go get some more armor. And it's also, since I started with characters that had already started the adventure, we're still on day 2. The burly blacksmith Svendegard busily shapes a deadly sword in the forge. You care to see his work? So we're not going to really worry about weapons. But we're going to get Luglug a helm, some scale armor, and a small shield. Trog's getting some ring mail. Small shield and the helm. Viper should already be equipped, and so should Ronstock. You can also get specials, miscellaneous items. First thing, though, we're obviously going to want to do is do some basic leveling. So let's get everyone equipped. I have to use a bullwhip for now. They start you with a weapon, but they do not start you with any armor. Alright, so that's hit points, the first thing, armor class, then food, then status condition, I'm assuming. Why the fuck did it mix all my guys up? That's annoying. Also, what the fuck's up with the music? It'll probably fix itself once we get out of here. At least we're hoping it does. Let's see if we can get into a fight. So same rules apply as the first game. We'll only be saving at the ends where you can save, pretty sure. I don't think anything's changed. Waiting for Clot to make a move. Clot attacks Sludge Beast one time. These guys might be too strong for me. Sludge Beast is not effective. Well, I'm probably not supposed to go fight these guys yet because half my shit doesn't even work. So it's time to fucking... Well, we can see what the kill screen looks like. You are defeated. Unfortunately, you were not successful in your last endeavor. You will need to resume adventuring at the end in which you last entered. Alright, well, let's not go back there and fight yet. Let's instead look around town, maybe. So we have our blacksmith there. We also have our auto map, which I might have went over briefly in the last video, but it's kind of cool in this one. You can pan around a little bit. And then when you hit the button, if you hit the other button, you can actually see the full map. I believe it shows you in the towns. So here's the full map. And then you get the portion that you've actually mapped out yourself. Here we have Norm's Tavern. This is actually where they met. I had them at the inn. A low mumble emerges from the middle of the road. Amber, a sultry waitress, asks, "Do you wish to order from our vast menu of refreshments?" Go on a feeding frenzy. Refreshments, specialties, chip the proprietors, all kinds of options. Hors d'oeuvres, soup de goule, and dragon steak. That gets us food, I'm assuming. Here we have the temple where we can get healed of conditions, get blessings, things like that. A slim cleric in a cowled robe peers at you and asks in a serene voice, "May I aid you, travelers?" So we can do donations, healing, realignment if we get our alignment changed, buy clerical spells. This is where we do our training. Nowhere close to being able to train yet. Oh no! Let's see. It's gonna be slow starting. Not effective. Sludge Beast sprays acid. Lug takes 41 damage. Fuck this shit. So as you can see, this game starts off just as difficult, if not more difficult than the previous one. You gotta kind of just wander around and avoid certain fights. I think that was a perpetual, permanent fight, if you will. Solid! Solid! Got the good old solid back. You can do training, so we can get mountaineering here. 2 of the party members would have to have any one of these skills for it to help. So for 4,000 gold, we can walk into mountains. We don't have that yet. A sleepy conjurer yawns. My friends, for only 20 gold, I can enroll you in the local mage guild. Okay. No one can afford this. Auto adds the finishing touches to an intricate map. Pay 10 gold to learn this skill. It's not giving me any confirmation here. I thought Cartographer would give me something up there in the upper right corner or an auto map, but I guess not. Definitely do not want to leave the city until we're more strong. Sages in multi-hued robes congregate in the hall. The Archmage offers spells for sale. Interested? I hope it's not letting me buy shit I already have. I already noticed that, looks like Bronsock already had the Cartographer skill. So I didn't need that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reload. Wizards must come with Cartographer. I'll have to look into all that, because I'm not sure if everyone... Yeah, I don't think everyone needs it. Solid! See if we can buy a better weapon for our fighters. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Lots of dying happening here. Okay. Solid! Nordana yelps, "Begone, strangers!" She won't talk to us yet. Lock and Key Ltd. The mystic's green glow of an ancient key catches your eye. The locksmith offers it for 500 gold. Which of course we don't have. Some green glowing key. Track and trail, we can get forced navigation training. Of course we cannot afford that either. I mean, I got a bunch of level 1 characters and they're throwing fucking sludge beasts at me that I can't even attack. It's kind of douchey. What if I just spin in circles if I can get someone to attack me? I really have no clue where to level up here. A uniformed brownie stands before a shimmering energy field, offering instantaneous travel to Sansobar for 10 gold. Hell no, we don't want to go somewhere. We can't even survive this place. I doubt I'm gonna fare any better in the cavern. Danger, beware! Holy shit! Not affected! Whoa, Trop! You killed something! Phantom strikes Ronstock. Fucks him up, dead instantly. Alright! Game complete! See you guys next time! Alright, back here again at the end. Is there at least a fucking one decent fight? Clairvoyance gives us an auto map up there. That's kind of cool. I guess Cartographer is just a map outside where there's no towns. Solid! What the fuck, man? I just ran that time. Alright, I'm gonna pause the camera and figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to go to fight, because apparently I can't turn the corner without getting my ass kicked. Alright, I went back to that same fight that was sludge demons, and it's different shit this time. Still looks scary as fuck, but let's see what happens. Great, they're going first. Five damage from Cloud. They gotta fight during the day at first. 4 damage to the snake. Oh, the snake falls silently like a little bitch. Everyone's missing the man-at-arms, except Lo Wang, who kicks him in the nuts and he falls dead. Plot heals herself. Ronstock lets loose a flame arrow at the flesh eater, burning his cock off. Trog and Viper take down a vicious blue spindly motherfucker. So this guy, this is one of the guys that got censored, actually, one of the few. But he's actually, this ghoul is actually carrying a severed arm in the Genesis Mega Drive PC version. And as you can see, they replaced it with a spiked club there in his right hand. Fight. Oh, we can pick instead of attack. So that's like auto. Okay, got it, got it. Way to miss anyways, dickhead. Ow. Seems like attacking during the day is the way to go. Holy fuck, man. Everyone just missed. Fucking taking you out, dude. Tired of this shit. Your party has won its 3rd battle. See, I only fought twice before this. All surviving party members receive 350 fucking experience. Wow, that's cool. It keeps track of your battles. Can't wait till that says 1,776. Alright, well first, one thing we need to do, if we're gonna rest all the way till night, I'm gonna be fucked. We'll be zooming through days in no time. A page rolls rusty armor in a barrel of sand in order to clean it. As a burly squire practiced fighting with wooden sticks, care to train? So, Ninja needs 1650. So Lo Wang will be requiring the most experience. And I'm gonna save every time I win for the first 17 battles. I'll figure out exactly how the saving works later. For now, I'm just using save states inside the inn, like I did in the first game. Because it seems like it takes me back out to the character creation, and then I gotta reorganize my party, and I'm not fucking doing that every time I rest. Fuck you. Pretty sure if we go attack, we're going to be fighting slugs. So let's just see if we can get a random battle. I don't know why there's not more random battles. I was running into them the other fucking day. It is daytime. Fanciful to fill the carb fountain flows full as a fluttering fairies frolic fastidiously. Flick a farthing. Fool, you have no farthing to flick. You got me where that's from. Alright, giant beetles. Trog nails a beetle. Viper attacks the goblin and misses. Luglug decapitates that fucker. Low Wing hits for 28 damage. Damn. Go, ninja boy, go. Got it from here. Your party has won its 4th battle. All surviving party members receive 266 experience. Good fucking job. I wonder if there's a place I can just heal without resting. Not yet. Might need to be a member of the Clerics Guild. Shit, it's kobolds and screaming pods. Kobold takes 8 points and falls down like a little bitch. Screaming pod keels over. Wayne takes a beating. Clot begins to mend his wounds with a healing spell. Done! Unstock gears up for another flame arrow, a spell I have a feeling we'll be casting a lot of. Kobold engages Viper twice. Ah. Unstock is down. Oh, you know what else I'm not doing? I'm not fucking searching like an idiot. Yeah, don't forget to heal or to search good people. My first video of Might and Magic, my first 20 fights, I'm like, where's the gold at? What is DISD? That's not diseased. Maybe it is. Well, I have a lot to learn on this game, that's for sure. Just when I got a hold of Might and Magic and began stomping its ass. Normally the temple would heal me. I'm gonna save and try donating, see if that helps. I didn't do shit, give me my 100 gold back. Might need to be a part of the Cleric's Guild, much as we were part of the Mage Guild. Which I think I died after I did that. Spell 1, 1, 3, 1, 7. Shouldn't I already have all those? Couple more fights, but I need to figure out how to get this fucking Z shit off. So I found out that if you ever come here and save at the end like I'm doing, it's automatically going to reorder the guys as you created them. So every time I come out of here, I need to exchange, which means I'm just going to save state at the end without clocking in, if you will. Because that's pretty fucking stupid. Must need to become a member of the Cleric Guild, which I don't think is even in this town. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out how to get undiseased. The Cleric spell is level 4, so not anywhere close to having that. And anyways, hope you enjoyed the intro. We'll be doing that probably once every 5 or so videos, which means once every 5 or so hours. I will do another kind of like chapter to the story as it unfolds. Or it might just be when important events come up. We'll figure it out. Anyways, thanks for watching me blunder around the town and get my ass whipped. And we'll see you soon with more Might and Magic 2.